Morning, everybody. Last week we ran N&W interchange. Today we're going to finish up the yard switching to build the C&O interchange. Well, we've got sort of a mess left over from one of the interchange trains. Blocked some of the tracks we need access to. We need to get those two cars next to the caboose track and one of the cabooses. The run out to Vauces requires a long backup move, so they always take a caboose out there. So I'm going to pull these two cars, and we'll just use them sort of a handle to get the two cars and the caboose that we need. When I recorded down at Lake Hartwell, had a lot of ambient noise and sort of apologized for it, but a lot of people liked it. So just got back from the dentist, and I parked down where they're doing some construction work. So you might hear some stuff in the background that you don't normally hear, plus some locusts. And unfortunately, I have an abscess and I'm going to have a root canal. But until then, I'll be on antibiotics because they can't get me in for a couple of weeks. So there's going to be 6 cars going up to Vauces. 2 of them are right here. We're going to grab the blue caboose on the back. We usually reserve the wagon top caboose for the Oak Hill run. So we got the cat neutered and got his rabies shot. He's in good health. I dropped him off yesterday morning and he took off. Didn't see him for all day. But he showed back up and he let me pet him. So he hasn't held a grudge against me. So between us and the neighbor across the street, he should be taken care of. My wife wants to call him Tomcat with an H, but the neighbor's just calling him Gray. So we're going to put the blue caboose, one we're going to use, on a yard track by itself. We'll replace the wagon top caboose, and then we'll grab the blue caboose and take the 2 cars we need and it out to the passing track. A friend of mine got me a wireless Bluetooth microphone as a retirement gift. I have to charge it up. I haven't tried using it yet, but usually when I narrate these, because I don't do it at the same time that I'm filming, I mean the camera is only a foot away from my face, so I don't know if it'll make a big difference when I do use it. I'll be sure to let you know and you can give me some feedback on it. I do think it'll be a huge help, though, in the garden railroad. And it might even be a help for when I film these, because a lot of times the locomotive sounds aren't that loud on certain locomotives. So I'll be giving it a try out here pretty soon, but I'll let you know when I get it fired up. I'm a pretty low-tech guy. And so we've retrieved the blue caboose, and we're heading out to the passing siding. I don't recall ever seeing a blue caboose, but it's been 40 years, so I may have seen them, just didn't stick in my head. Weather here in Georgetown is hot and humid, as you expect in the middle of August. Going to be around 94, 95, 96 this weekend. Pretty dry, but we have had a couple of pop-up thunderstorms, which have been welcome rain. So the two cars we don't need, since the NW2 struggles with pulling long cuts of cars, we're just going to stash them back on the track that we just emptied. Now there's a car, you can barely see it peeking out behind the Illinois Central Gulf boxcar. That's the car we need now. It's the loaded gondola from Charrington Scrap. And that's at the end of a long string of cars. It's a good view of the transfer table here and the boarded up doors of the shops. NW2 did run pretty well. I had one stall on one of the tracks deep in the yard, and don't go to that track that often, so just a little bit of the CRC cleaner and took care of it. So we'll place that car on the string that's going out to Vauces. This is one of the old roundhouse gondolas. They sat way too tall. So I did a project. I cut out the floor, and I actually made the weight of the cast metal weight be the floor, and I so it sits a lot farther down like modern gondolas do, but man, it's a real finicky modification. Not super happy with it. This is the only one I'm still running. There are 3 more cars to get. It's the 2 short covered hoppers, clay covered hoppers there on the end, and the Southern boxcar, which is the 4th car in the string. So now we just have to get rid of that plastics pellet car, and we'll just put it back on yard track 1. And these 2 covered hoppers are loaded with bulk clay from Cedar Heights Clay. Notice that I put the gondola in the middle of the train because it was filled with a loose load. I didn't want it next to the locomotive. So this will complete our train. So it's going to go park the yard engine out of the way. And next week, we will get the Western Maryland GP40. It's going to haul the train out to Vauces. And we're going to switch out locomotives. So we'll have a different locomotive bring the train back. That's usually how they do it. On CSX, they switch them out that way. So everybody have a great Saturday and stay safe. Well, it's Friday morning. I've taken on the task of cleaning out the shed, taking everything out of it and pressure washing the inside. So I'm getting all my rolling stock out, getting all the mouse poop off of it, dipping it in that bucket of soapy water and letting it air dry. Should be nice and clean when I'm done. So here's our new boy. This is in the crate after he got his ear clipped and his neutered. He was still a happy boy, very calm. She petted him. So she brought him back the next morning and let him out at our house. He disappeared for a day, but now he's back, and I'll show you a video of him. Here he is, hanging out in the shady spot. Actually, I had another neighbor feed him last night, so he's doing good. Some people call him Tommy Boy, Tomcat. Right across the street calls him Gray. So anyhow, he seems to be happy, and he's definitely getting well fed. So everybody stay safe.